Hello guys, and welcome to the Circuit Dealer Sarthe, the Le Mans 24-hour track. We're here racing against 32 other Formula 1 cars by ASR, all available through the rFactor 2 Steam Workshop, which I'll link in the description below. We're giving ourselves, or the other cars, a bit of a head start, going off there at the first chicane, as there's normally a bit of a pile up at the first few corners with the AI, so as you can see, yellow flag there popped up already. So I'll take it a little bit easy through this section. So we've got a variety of cars from basically the early 90s right through to this is the 2007 Ferrari F2007, Kimi Raikkonen's championship winning car. Here we go on board. Passing some old McLarens. It's a Jordan 191 in there as well. A few McLaren MP4/6s and MP4/5 I believe as well. We've got a Ferrari F2004, an old Tyrrell there for 91, always a big pile up down here, so it's taking nice. There we go, cars everywhere, absolute carnage. Just take ourselves down the escape road there. It's just about avoiding all the AI carnage on the first lap. Passing another couple of Ferraris, there's a Ferrari F310 from 96 there somewhere on the right there, a white Lamborghini powered McLaren that they tested the year before they went to the Ford engine. Down to the Michelin chicane. Always be wary of getting rammed up the bottom by the AI. They're very, very aggressive. We're on 116% AI, about 80% aggression, but they do tend to use the brakes very, very late. Going past probably an FW14 maybe there from the Williams. There's an FW16 in here as well. Another big pile up there down at the Mulsanne corner. There's a Ferrari backwards there, probably a 4112 there, you can see in the background. Carnage everywhere, the Lotus 99T's in there as well. And now we're going to chase down, looks like a 93 McLaren, so probably the MP4/8, which will have the Ford engine in that one, as we head down towards Indianapolis. And the sparks coming off the McLaren, just backing out there because starting to stick the car in. The AI is very likely just to drive you off the road. Back onto the straight, heading up towards the Porsche curves. So definitely straight line advantage here to the F2007. That's where it makes up all its lap time. And getting pulled around the outside there of the MP4. So we'll just wait to get past him. And through Porsche and Pont into karting and Corvettes. Probably wait to the front straight to try and grab the McLaren and clear most of the carnage. We get our first run of a semi-clean lap here. That's into the Ford chicane. And back onto the front straight. So all these cars I've chosen here, these are the free content from ASR. There is plenty of paid stuff as well. This is all the free mods. Just go into their store, as I said, on the rFactor Steam Workshop. And you'll find all their cars there. Usually the paid ones are around about anywhere from $2 Australian through to, I don't know, $6 or $7. But these are the free ones, and absolutely first time I've driven these cars. So a little bit cautious, never quite know how they brake and steer, but this F2007 feels very nice. Obviously the groove tyres in this era, and the really funky front wing. It had like a top and a bottom end plate, basically really funky looking front wing on this era of Formula 1 cars. This delivered to Kimi Raikkonen in his 2007 championship. And still chasing the McLaren, so it's pretty good through the corners, but again I'm being pretty conservative as I haven't driven this car, just had a couple of practice races against the AI, which turned a little bit of carnage, so that's why I hung back at the start, just to give myself a bit of a gap. And there we go, past the McLaren. And again, always wary that you might get rammed up the backside in the corner. As you can see there, they really brake really, really late, and probably unrealistically late is probably the main thing, but you can pull away with this car on the straights. So heading down again towards Mulsanne, And looks like we've got maybe a 4-1-12 Ferrari, which has just spun himself off, so that's going to just slow us up a little bit there on an outright lap time. Probably won't be until the third and final lap here that we'll be able to do an actual proper flying lap and see what sort of pace you get out of this car. So just a super variety of cars, as I said. We've got everything right back to the famous Benetton B191 and the Jordan 191, just beautiful looking cars from the era, nice and simple. Again, just into Indianapolis there, just not quite getting that right-hander correct at Indianapolis and running a little bit wide. And back on the straight and really wind it up, just in the McLaren in the background there is catching the Ferrari. So I said, yeah, early 90s stuff, right through the Williams FW26. This car here, obviously from 2007. Here we go, just hammering through the Porsche curves into Pont and karting and then Corvettes. There's also, I think, an F2004 in here somewhere as well. The Ferrari, the 96 one, is a car I really love. It was a dog of a car that Schumacher won with, I think, at Barcelona. He was able to extract the most out of it. I think it's a really nice looking car. It's got the fighter jet side pods on it, which is really cool looking things. I wouldn't mind giving that car a go at some point. Always just found this era of car interesting, what they were doing with the front wings. It just looked really weird, but obviously worked for some reason. And of course the groove tyres, which we used to try and slow the cars down back in the day. So here's our first proper flying lap underneath Dunlop. We ended up doing a 304.6. So I think the AI best lap was a 302.9. That's, I said, 116% AI. But again, not really pushing as hard as I could because it is an unfamiliar car, so I wasn't quite confident with how it steered and braked. And now we're in the clear. I think we're up in the second place by this stage, so we've passed all the carnage of the other 30 cars. I think Nigel Mansell's car's out in front there, so one of the old Williams is out in front with a massive lead because it didn't have to navigate through all the crashing. So that was through the Daytona chicane, the first chicane on the back straight here, and then brings you a bit down into the Michelin chicane. So you see him cycling through the HUD there. So we are in second place there behind Mansell. So maxing out the second gear into Michelin. And of course, fantastic sanding cars of this era as well. Late on the brakes in the Mulsanne, no cars in front of us spinning off this time, so we can take the corner correctly. Up into the Curva de Golf. It's a little right-hand kink up here. Down into Indianapolis, which I always had trouble with. In any car I drive, I never quite get the first right-hander of Indianapolis correct, which obviously sets you up for the left-hander. So here you've got to hug that a little bit more. You see again, just running wide there. You've got to hug that right hander a bit more to set yourself up for the left hander. So definitely plenty of timing made up there. Down into Arnage and onto the back straight. And this, of course, the circuit is an official Studio 397 track. It is what they use at the ill-fated 24-hour event a few months ago. It cost about $17 Australian, but it's laser scanned, and all the trackside details obviously as well is spot on. Lovely transition into the night time where everything lights up. The Ferris wheel there on the left-hand side, and the front straight looks fantastically glow of purple and blue lights and all the rest of it. Very impressive. Down the third gear there for the Ford chicane. Nicely through the final chicane and across the line. We, as I said, did a 304.6, and that was that. So yeah, check out the ASR cars, available through the Steam Workshop.